Hi, it's Jane with ScrapTasticyarns. As you can tell, got my ring light on, sitting in front of the window in the living room. And yeah, it's a little hollow sounding. I still haven't got all the furniture in. I've decided to wait until I get things situated, put away in the house, before I have them deliver the rest of the furniture, because I'm not real sure about the layout. And I have boxes everywhere. I never knew I had so much stuff. So, anyway, I am moved in. I am now living in my new home. The biggest thing was the ice maker keeps waking me up at night. I keep thinking somebody's breaking in. So that's kind of a little bit of funny. The move went smoothly. Church members came over and helped move me. And it was a little bit chaotic. They did also help move bags of trash that I had set in the corner to be taken out to the trash when they picked up later that week. So it was rather funny because I got trash moved as well. But the good thing was the contractor still had the dumpster outside, so I was able to put it in the dumpster. I mean, I'm already paying for it, so why not use it? Transferring everything over was a joy. Not. Most especially the cable. That was a nightmare in itself. And I've been debating about whether to just get rid of cable altogether. But I am enjoying my new home. I have been sewing, and as a result, I have an update for the shop. But before I start telling you about that, the rest of the bags that are currently in the shop are still at, I believe it's 20% off. So those will continue for quite a while. I think I've got that running through the end of June. Not positive, but I think that's what I did. And I've been finding time to sit back and relax because I told myself I cannot get everything put away right away. So I am telling myself 4 to 5 boxes a day, get them emptied out, get the boxes broke down, then I'm doing good. I do have my room divided, the craft room divided up to sewing area and yarn craft area, somewhat. So yeah. There will be some patriotic bags towards the end of the week that will be coming out. I think there's 4 or 5 of those, maybe a couple of other bags I'm thinking about doing, just because I wanted to get that creative juice, what I had planned out in my head, see if it works, see if you guys like it. But for the most part, what I have are just plain drawstring bags today and some tote bags. Now I do have tote bag. Of course, it is camping season, but it's also beach season. So this is a beach camper, cute little bag, and of course it has the pocket on the inside for whatnots, and inside is green on this. There are 2 of these. They measure approximately 15 wide and about 12 and a half down, and they have about a 5-inch boxed bottom. Like I said, there are 2 of those. And you know, while I was in there piddling around with some of that fabric, I found the gnomes. So there are some mushroom gnomes in their homes as they're preparing their garden for spring. So there's that. And there is, of course, the pocket on the inside as well. And it is a tan, kind of starry fabric on the inside. There are 2 of those. I love these. These are so cute. I do have some more material that I am going to make a couple more of those, but I want to do a little bit different design with those as well. Then I have, I'm calling these Route 66. This is just a plain drawstring bag. They are not box bottom. They measure approximately 17 by, I believe, 13 across. And of course, they've got the drawstring closing. The top here is the fabric that is on the inside of those. There are 3 of the Route 66. And then we have these vintage simplicity pattern. Oh, look, there's an extra string. Well, I won't charge you extra for the string. And like I said, these are not box bottom, they're just plain drawstring, 17 inches by about 13. And that is at the beautiful Simplicity Patterns, a vintage pattern, lovely little, you know, dress-up gowns to go out for the evening. There are 3 of those. And then again, still in the theme of camping, we have a bunch of fifth wheels. I believe these are what these are normally called, fifth wheels. But they're some vintage fifth wheels. And I really like this fabric. It is on a light pink background. And of course I chose to use the pink on the top for the drawstring closure. And there are 3 of those as well. As you can tell, I've been getting a little bit of sun. Some of that comes from being in the sunroom. Some of it comes from cutting grass. When I'd gone away for that week for the cruise, I came back and there was barnyard grass that was planted. That's not the plant that I had asked. That's not the grass I'd asked for out in the front along the back side. What I had asked for was a low growing grass, and I had specifically named a brand that I wanted, and top max height on it would be 7 inches. That is not what I got. What they planted was barnyard grass. I don't have goats, I don't have sheep, I don't have cows. So what my friend and I are doing is we are cutting it back, and then we are doing a vinegar salt solution on it to kill it, so that when I do have topsoil brought in, we can put topsoil over that and put something different. My son has suggested Asiatic jasmine, and it's great ground cover. It's low, so there's not a whole lot of maintenance to it. It's kind of like creeping thyme and creeping junipers. You really don't have to do a lot of cutting back with them. So I'm looking into that for that. I don't know if it'll do well here in Pennsylvania, but I am going to check with a couple of master gardeners and see if it does and if it will. It's supposed to be very hardy in heat and cold, so we'll see. But in that front area where the barnyard grass is, it's about, I don't know, about 14, 16 inches by now. By the time I got back, there is a bit of a problem with that area because they did not smooth out the ground very well, and they tossed a lot of things like logs, big rocks down that way. So I couldn't even get somebody to mow it if I wanted to, because they'd break a blade on their lawnmower. Weed eater, you couldn't get in there real well. Because of all the stuff that's back there, you might turn an ankle, break a leg. So we're just kind of going little bit by little bit, see what we can do to kill it. Those are the joys of getting the wrong kind of grass for your yards and for your front areas. So beware, folks. I have addressed that with the contractor, and he said, well, I didn't know what they planted. Well, you're the one that contacted them, so you should know. That's the end of the story on that part. Right, folks? Right. So anyway, but basically this is just to let you know that there are some bags that are up. And by the time you are seeing this tomorrow morning, which will be Monday, I'm filming this Sunday, the bags should be up and listed and ready to go. So I do plan on having a regular podcast this week. I don't know if I'm going to get back to the reading as yet because I still have a lot of things I need to get done. And it just takes a lot of time. So I'm kind of working things out as I go. All right, guys, that is it for today. I hope to see you again real soon. And as always, be kind to one another, love one another. Get out there and see this big, beautiful world we live in. I'll see you again soon. Bye.